Welcome back, millennials, and more specifically, Gen Zers, because we are so excited to be joined by a true icon and someone we talk about here a lot on the Morning Toast, the one, the only, Emma Chamberlain. Hi, Emma.
Hi. Thank you guys for having me.
We're so excited. The pleasure is all ours.
It's such a pleasure.
And the pleasure really belongs to our little sister.
So we don't want to ambush you. But our little sister would literally slit our throats in our sleep if she didn't join and say hi. She is literally your number one fan.
By the way, I'm not that little. I'm literally 23.
I literally was like, you guys really made it sound like she was 11. So I was like,
this is her nanny. Oh my God. We did make it sound like she was so little. Her name is Margot. We call her Snitch and we call her Snitch Chamberlain. She loves you and she just looks up to you and she would be so mad at us if we didn't let her get in the Zoom.
True.
Well, I would be mad too. It's so nice to meet you three.
So nice to meet
this
you.
is the best day of my life.
This is
the best day of her life.
You crying when you got your haircut in your YouTube video, I have laughed about that for every day.
Centuries.
Since I've seen it.
Same.
Okay.
Well, thank
I love
you
the blonde,
for
by the
being
way.
the
She
best.
loves the blonde.
Me too. I'm so glad that I finally found a hair color that didn't make me look like a Harry Potter character. So I'm feeling really good about that.
You look great. I feel like I've been following you a lot in quarantine, and I think you're one of the people who's actually thriving in quarantine.
Honestly, I kind of agree. In the beginning, I was like, this is awful. I don't know what to do, whatever. But now this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I love not hanging out with anybody. And I love the self-discovery. And I'm learning how to do my makeup. I mean, it's been good. I don't hate it.
You look good.
Thank you. And I get to go outside, a little bit here and there, sit in the sun, I guess. I mean, it hasn't been the worst for me. I feel like I'm making it through in a good way.
That's good.
That's
Doing
always
the best
good
you
to
can.
hear.
Have you learned any new skills?
Well, I have been trying to I've had so much time, right? So let's say when I need to get ready for something, say I need to get ready for this, I'll take an extra hour to try and make my makeup look really good. And that's something that I never had the time for before. So that's kind of fun. Besides that, I got really good at Fortnite and that's super embarrassing and I don't want to talk about that. And then I quit recently because I was like, you know what, Emma, we need to move on from this. This is not admirable. So then I stopped that, but that's about it. I also learned how to do puzzles quickly.
I'm such a puzzle girl, and there's truly nothing more accomplishing than finishing a puzzle.
Oh, I know. It's serious endorphins. I mean,
do you have dogs? You have cats, right?
I do. I have cats.
You have to make sure they don't pick up a piece in their mouth because don't ask me how many times I've finished a puzzle without the last piece.
Oh, that almost happened with one, and I'm not kidding. Luckily, they just knocked it off the table, but I'm serious. I almost was like, Mom, can you just take the cats? I can't have them. I'm so sorry, but they're ruining things that are very important to me.
No, that's terrible.
They're still here on my bed now, but
Oh, cute.
Okay, so you are here. You're launching a new project, The Ideal Planner, which is a planner, but it's beyond the stereotypical, you're going to do great today planner, which can be a little, honestly, sometimes condescending. And I love that you're taking a different approach to it. So tell us a little bit about this project, how it came to be, why.
We love a planner.
Love.
So hard.
Same. Well, I mean, obviously same because I made one, but but I agree. I've always just gotten so cringed out by the planners that you buy. You know what I'm saying? They're always so corny and again, condescending. The way that they're telling you how to set goals and do all this stuff. It's it just doesn't feel inviting to me. It almost makes me feel like I'm a piece of shit. So
totally.
Yeah. And I don't know why they're all like that, but I was like, you know what? I want to take a different approach. I want a more, comforting and relatable form of a planner so that more people are inspired to plan and be organized and stuff like that, because it's so important. And I feel like it's been one of the staples of my organization routine since I was literally in 5th grade. And I just wanted to share that joy with everybody. But I feel like a lot of people are kind of put off by the vibe of normal planners. So I wanted to create the complete opposite and also put some fun stuff in it so that it's kind of also something that you could bring on a plane and doodle in. Or if you have anxiety and you want to go sit in your backyard and doodle in it or do whatever, like those are options too. So I felt like it was the perfect ideal planner. That was kind of my approach.
I see what you did there. Well, it says
Yeah.
it has journal pages, custom mood boards, puzzles, games, list, corny quotes, cool designs, and silly messages from you. I think that's a great idea. I love that you thought of it with like planes in mind, because there's just never anything to do on a plane. And now I've got a puzzle, I've got a journal, I've got games. I think that's fabulous.
Exactly. Thank you. And also sometimes we need to get off our phone and stop playing Candy Crush on the plane. That's my personal opinion. Continue.
Yeah.
Totally. Also, you add the days that you want to plan for. So, because like sometimes there's days on my planner that are just completely empty, and it really gives me
Shame.
shame.
Same. Absolutely same. And so that's why I was like, I want to make it so that you can pick this back up. Like you put it down for a month and then you can pick it back up and you can like start out, like you can whatever. It's so flexible. And I felt that for people who are new to maybe using a planner or, you know, are just, they're not in school. So they're like kind of have on and off days, whatever. Or they are in school, sorry. So they have like summer where they don't need to plan. And then,
Right.
well, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like being efficient with the space. It's not like any page needs to be wasted. And I thought
Right.
that was
Yeah.
I actually sometimes
I know what you're going to say, and I do the same thing.
I actually sometimes like backlog my planner so that when I look back on it, I feel more accomplished.
I also like add things that are so fake and like not real, just so that I don't look like a piece of shit who has like one meeting a day. I'm like, take dog for a walk, when I like was inside the whole day.
Same. And like, I'll literally put the dumbest, like I will be like, take a shower. It's like, obviously take a shower, God bless. But like, no, I'm totally there. I do the same.
That's so funny. Well, you talked, and I like that you had it in mind when it's like whether you're having anxiety and you just like sometimes need your mind to take, you need to take your mind off things. I think part of one of the reasons so many people like love you and your YouTube channel, and I know I can speak for our sister, our 7-year-old sister who like loves you. I think what she really connects with you on is you're so open about mental health, and a lot of people your age and even anyone's age are not open about it. And I want to ask you why you made that conscious decision to talk about it on your YouTube channel, be so open about it, and has that helped you in your journey?
Totally. I have always, well, actually I wasn't always super open about it, like in my real life. I tended to kind of like hold it in, whatever. But to me, talking about it in front of a camera was almost like talking about it to myself, which I do literally every day anyway. And when nobody was really watching, you know what I'm saying? And it was like my channel was a lot smaller and there was only a handful of people that were tuning in. To me, it just felt like I was talking to myself. And I was like, okay, it's easy for me to open up because I don't feel like a lot of people are watching, but also, so it's not like there's all this pressure, but also I feel like if somebody were to stumble upon this video, I feel like it would be useful. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that was super important to me, was like, okay, you know, it's not easy to talk about these things, but also if I'm doing it by myself, it's easy and somebody's going to get something out of it. So I'm going to push away that discomfort and I'm just going to do it. And then it became kind of like muscle memory for me, where I just started to be super open in front of the camera, and it was not scary to me because I wasn't talking to somebody directly. There was no immediate response. So I was like, this is easy. And then I started to see how actually people really were connecting to it and it was helping them. And then now it's just like, that's just how my brain works. And I do that in my personal life too now. I'm constantly having these open conversations about, you know, mental health and how our brains are working, you know, with my friends and family more than I probably would have otherwise. But seeing how like, you know, much it resonates with people through the internet showed me that like, we're all kind of the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all are struggling with the same things. When you look at somebody and you're like, oh my God, you know, they have it all figured out. They don't. And I think that, you know, once you realize that, it's a lot easier to just kind of go for it and just, you know, have that conversation with everybody and make it fun too. Like it doesn't always need to be super dark and depressing, you know?
Yeah. And like so serious. And I think lightening it up is why like a lot of young people really respond to the content you put out.
Totally.
You're just doing like the most at all times. And I find it so interesting, just as like someone who is involved in social media just to see the different lanes like one can take. And I find like every time you launch a project or you work on something, it's so deeply personal and it's so different. Like I don't know anyone who's made a planner. I don't know anyone who launched their own coffee company, and it's all very on brand for you. And I find it just so interesting to watch you. Chamberlain Coffee, which is your coffee company, which is fabulous. I've heard rave reviews. I don't personally drink coffee, but if I did, I would be a Chamberlain coffee girl.
Amazing.
Can you talk to me a little bit about how you decide, what projects to take on?
Yes. Well, I definitely can't work on something for more than 5 minutes unless I'm obsessed with it. I get really, really bored and mad. My team knows this about me, and it's probably annoying, but I genuinely I have to work on things that excite me. And so I tend to lean more towards like a passion project over something that's like kind of like a super big money maker. Like I'd rather take my time and work on something that's super interesting to me and something that is exciting to me than something that like I know will like it's more like these things are passion projects for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why they tend to be more personal, is because I'm not as concerned about how much money I'm going to make from it, or stuff like that. With these like more specific endeavors, like the planner being a good one, coffee being a huge one, that's like the biggest one I have going on right now. It's like I want to almost do it for me. Like I it's a dream of mine to do anything in coffee. That's always been a dream of mine. So that's why once I had the opportunity, I was like, I don't really care about anything else except for making this exactly what I've dreamed of, and that other elements of it, whatever. I just want to make this something that I'm obsessed with and that, I'm excited about, that I would buy, and that, I love. And then I can hope that everybody agrees. And, if not, we'll figure it out. But I just do these things for me, I think. And I mean, I also don't let anybody sway me any different way. Like be like, well, you should probably go this direction because this is doing really well right now, or this or that. I'm like, no, I don't care. Like, that's not why I work on these things. Like I work on these things because they're like something I'm passionate about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and it's like you
that.
create the coffee that you wish to see in the world, or the planner that you want to use.
Right.
And then it naturally becomes an extension of yourself.
Totally. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
She created the podcast she wanted to see in the world too.
A fellow
podcaster. We have so much respect for fellow podcasters. We must support other podcasters supporting podcasters. And I feel like you're actually like the perfect person for a podcast. I feel like you just have an interesting take on literally everything, like even the most small minutia. And I think that's what makes your podcast so funny and interesting. And it's called Anything Goes for those who want to listen. Tell us about that. Tell us about the podcasting process. I feel like you have a lot to say.
Okay, I don't know about you guys. Like, I know it's probably so different for everybody. I have the most weird strategy, like almost the most kitschy one too. Like I literally have my little handheld microphone thing. I take it into my closet because it like, the noise.
The echo.
Yeah. And then I lay on the ground in my closet with the microphone plugged in, and I record my episode for probably like an hour. And then every Thursday, I record on Thursdays, which is also when I post the podcast. And then I don't think about it again for the rest of the week, and try to think about everything but it, so that I can come up with new things to talk about by the next week. And then that's that. I mean, I used to do, so I had 2 podcasts. I had one that was called Stupid Genius that now I like realized was just not the right direction to go. It was like kind of a science-based podcast. And I love science, and that was like fun, but it just didn't work because it didn't have the legs that it needed to have. And I ended up loving the podcast format so much that I was like, I want to make something that literally I can talk about whatever I want and like do whatever I want. Almost like how my YouTube channel is, because my YouTube channel has no structure. It's just whatever I want it to be that week. And I was like, why am I not doing that with my podcast? So I basically just turned it into that, where I just do whatever feels right that day and talk about whatever feels right that day. It could be stories, advice. I might eventually have guests on. I don't know. I kind of hate that idea, but also we'll see. I kind of like it to be my therapy time, but whatever. But yeah, and I mean, I love it. Like, I really love it. And this new format with Anything Goes is so much better for me. And I just love to shoot the shit for an hour and then see what it edits into. And then, yeah, it's great. And I feel like it's a more intimate thing for me with the people who, you know?
It's very easy to get personal, like in your closet when you're wearing no makeup laying on the floor. And I think that's why podcasting is such a fabulous format and why it's so popular is because you say things you would never say to your friends, you might not say on your YouTube channel. There's just like a real level of calm and like there's a therapeutic nature to it.
Yeah. And the amount of talking that you have to do like just allows you to get to the heart of the matter. You know, you can take your time with things.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Ideal Planner is out now. You can buy it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere you buy books. Make sure to get it if you're tired of being judged by your planner, which I know I definitely am, because today's just not the day I'm going to achieve my goals. It's not. And that's okay, Emma. It's okay.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Emma, for being here. I mean, I'm sure you guys already do, but follow Emma on Instagram, YouTube, and check out her podcast, Anything Goes. Oh, wait, thank you for reminding me, because I wanted to talk to you about TikTok. I mean,
great.
I'm like the oldest person on TikTok, and I'm also like the worst at it. I have only 85,000 followers, and like it kills me. And you like have really successfully converted your following onto TikTok. Honestly, one of the most successful I've seen. Like major kudos. I'm like so jealous and happy for you.
Thank you.
Can you talk about that? Was that like an intentional thing? Did you just like fall into TikTok and you loved it and you wanted to be creative, or did you strategically be like, I'm going to be the next biggest TikToker in the world?
Literally no. Like for me, TikTok was something where I re-downloaded it because it used to be Musical.ly. I re-downloaded it. I was like, I have no idea what to do here. I just started watching them, and then I got obsessed with watching them, and then eventually I was like, okay, I guess I'll make them. And in the beginning, it was just so traumatizing to like, I can't look back at my old TikToks. It literally hurts my body. But then I just kind of like started having fun with it. And to be honest, there was no thought process behind it. I literally just went on the app. I was like, this is what's popping right now. I'll check it out, whatever. It's kind of part of my job to kind of know what's going on. So I guess I'll go on there. I ended up really liking it. And then now I just use it honestly as like, kind of like a fun little, you know, it's not a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? It's not like with an Instagram photo where I'm like, this outfit better be crazy,
fire,
you know, whatever. Or like with my YouTube where it's like, this editing better be the best. Like it's not, I don't have those thoughts. With TikTok, it's so mindless, and that's why I love it. But it's also fun because I feel like the community on TikTok is so like intimate, and everybody's in on the same inside jokes, and that's why I kind of love it, even though I also kind of hate it. It's kind of an evil platform, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy to be on it, and I literally can't wait to watch your TikToks after we're done with this. Thank you.
Oh my God, Emma, if you follow me on TikTok, like I'll literally die. Also, can you agree that there's something really humbling about like watching yourself dance on TikTok?
Oh my God, when I look back at my old videos of me dancing, my friend and I used to dance, and we would like, I was a cheerleader for like 6 years. I like love dancing. I can remember a routine very quickly, which is a great skill for TikTok. God bless.
It is. It's so hard.
I know. And so that I can't imagine, like, it's even hard. And I had to learn routines all the time being a cheerleader. And I can't imagine having no dance background or anything and trying to remember those. I would not be able to do it.
Hi.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's so hard. And then you spend so much time trying to remember it, and you're like, there's my whole day.
No, and it's like not only when you're putting together the perfect TikTok, you have to remember the steps, which is easily the hardest part. You have to look like you're not trying to remember the steps. You have to be like, well,
that's so right.
You know?
That is so it. It's so true, because I will literally like get a dance down and or like whatever, and I will watch it back and I'll be like, Emma, why is your face like,
you know, you're thinking, your eyebrows are crossed. You're like, 1, 2, side step, right, left.
Your mouth is like pursed, like,
yeah.
Yes.
Totally. Well, okay. Emma's going to go check out my TikTok. I have to go record better content, so I gotta go. Thank you so much for being here. Again, check out all of Emma's projects. The Ideal Planner is out now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and anywhere you can buy books. Thank you, Emma, for being here. We hope you had fun, and we will see you guys next week. Have a fabulous day.
Thank you guys so much. Peace and love.